and the money. No one talks about it. What do they live on? And when you get sick, it's for people who don't need the work. Another life. Will I have to live off YouTube or donations? This video is just another propaganda. Memories will just be memories. I can't imagine how wonderful it is to wake up, open the doors. So lucky to have found a place like this. Right, today I bring you a special video full of responses. I'm going to answer lots of comments that I got from the video, why van life doesn't make you happy, which I also uploaded this video on my Spanish channel. If you didn't know, I have a Spanish channel. This video was really popular there, so I decided to bring this discussion here because I believe the insights could be interesting and valuable for a broader audience, and there are probably common thoughts and opinions. So let's dive in. Living a van is rubbish. There is no denying it. As you rightly said, you spend more hours looking for somewhere to sleep than enjoying yourself. Not really. You have to find water every day. Not every day, only if you use it all, if you waste it. But it's only relatively easy in France. In most European countries, there is no water. All the images you show are in summer. Can you also show what it's like to live in a van in the winter with rain and mud? The van is always dirty. You spend your life cleaning it. You don't pay an electricity bill, but no matter how many solar panels you have, they are never enough, and you have to start the engine to charge the batteries nearly every day. Most van lifers give up this lifestyle in the short or long term because it's exhausting, always looking where to fill out water, where to sleep, empty the toilet, where to wash. Right, this coming started a big discussions with people in favor and against. I can tell you that my experience was completely different. Actually, it's funny that he mentions, like, can you show videos in winter? All of our videos are in winter because we never experienced van life in the summer. We only started this on October. So yeah, winter and now it's spring. And since we are traveling off season, to be honest, we have no problem parking at all. The only thing is in big cities. There we usually pay for parking just to be safe. Let's see how it's in the summer. And we've been all over Europe and Turkey, and finding water hasn't been a problem at all. Actually, the only country that we haven't really traveled was France, but all the other countries was super easy. We only ran out of electricity a couple of times because we didn't plan well. And we cook absolutely everything with electricity. We don't use any gas. So it's not too bad if you think about it. And when this happens, what we usually do is go to a campsite to charge up, or we cook outside in one of these gas hobs, which we haven't used much, but there has been some times that, we use it to save electricity. And let me tell you about this one time that we were in Turkey. There was an incredible storm with lightning. I think I showed in some video, but something like I never seen before. And we were all cozy in our van that day. And I joked that losing power wouldn't affect us. Like the only situation where it wouldn't actually affect us. Well, we had cloudy skies for days and we were cooking quite a lot that day. And suddenly, no power. With our dinner half cooked, we have no choice that to head to a campsite an hour away. And as we go close to this town, we noticed that everything was dark. No lights anywhere, not even in the shops or street lamps. And maybe you can guess. The whole place was out of power, just like our one. What a weird experience. Like, I joke about it and then it happens for us and in the town. Anyway, luckily we found a kebab shop that was still open and had lights, probably a generator. So we grabbed a bite there and then we let the van run a bit to charge up. And next day, we went to a place to charge the batteries. Let's move to a shorter comment. Sustainability by burning diesel every time the van moves. Another lie. I mean, living a van means we use diesel every time we move. You don't have to move. But if you live in a van, I guess you want to move. That's just not a van life thing. If you live in a conventional home, you also burn fuel every time that you take out your car or motorbike or whatever you have. And let's not forget the fuel used to heat homes. So at the end of the day, we all consume energy one way or another. And if you think about the size, which do you reckon consume more, a house or a van? There are many objections to living a van because it goes against the system of consumption. I agree with this. I think many van lifers, including us, seek a life outside the established system, probably looking for meaning and connections in minimalist and profound ways, at least for a bit. My dear, stay at home. What exactly does stay at home mean? Because I'm at home. This van where I live is my home. I have my kitchen, our home, have my kitchen, bathroom, and a bedroom that transforms into a living area. So yeah, I don't quite understand how people feel they have the right to decide what is and what is not a home for others. Okay, you're enjoying this video. Please don't forget to hit like and comment something below what you think about these comments. I thought I was going to see some serious criticism, and it seems like you solo a cup of Mr. Wonderful. I'm not going I'm amusing because I spend most of the video discussing the challenges and tough parts of living in a van. Despite everything, I think the experience we gain are totally worth it. But yeah, I do talk about the cons of van life. This is often the kind of comment from someone who gets upset if the hero doesn't die at the end of the film. There is always someone who wants more drama, right? I think the main issue that few talk about, no van life video mention it, is the source of income, the work, the van breakdowns. This video is just another propaganda video that lists the major issues of van life. I'm thinking about making a video where I show what I like and what I don't like about the van, like the reforms that we will do, and we are actually doing some. And I want to make something clear. My aim with these videos is not to convince you to sell everything and to move into a van. Imagine if everyone did that. Where will we park? I'm not looking to make any propaganda. I don't gain anything from that. And I'm going to show you another longer comment. I invite you to read if you want. You can pause the video, but I'm going to focus in this highlighted part. Okay, so instead of romanticizing everything, they should also clarify what it involves. As many young people are going to bet everything on this ideal life, and they will lose a lot of time. And there is nothing more valuable in the universe than time. That's so true. There is nothing more valuable than time. But firstly, I do talk about the inconvenience in this video. I talk about all of these comforts that you're used to getting a fixed house that you are not going to get. I'm doing things that I never thought I would be doing, like emptying a toilet or, finding where to spend the night. But for me, this lifestyle, it gives me time. It's actually that, it gives me time to find my essence, to connect with nature, live freely despite the difficulties. It really inspires me to experience life more authentically and find real happiness. But it's not my role to educate anyone on how to live their life. The responsibility for making informed decisions and considering consequences should lie with each individual. It's funny how people demand these things for creators. I don't give service to people. I don't coach. I'm not coaching anyone. So it's not my role to educate anyone. I think we live in an era of free and accessible information, which ironically has made some people very demanding of content they consume for free. You can't demand content creators meet specific expectations if you're not financially contributing to their work. It doesn't work like that. Plus, most of these people like me do this for free. I think sometimes people don't realize these things, so that's why I'm saying it. And yeah, it's not about romanticizing everything, but about adopting positive outlook on life. You can see the glass as half full or half empty. That's up to you. But I think that you shouldn't criticize those who choose to be positive and optimistic. People who see the good side of things and enjoy even the tedious moments. For example, instead of thinking about how disgusting is to empty the toilet, you can think about the satisfaction feeling that you get once that is done. And yeah, it's just about rephrasing your thoughts in your mind. I've been doing it for the past few years. I'm really into this kind of thing. So, and it does really work. If you just stop and you just start rephrasing your thoughts, and it's like, okay, I mean, there is always a better way of looking at things. And you know what? I also read another comment from someone who got tired of living in a van because it gets dirty a lot. I don't know what you think about that. Would that be enough reason for you to stop traveling? I have to sweep the floor 3 or 4 times a day, but honestly, it only takes me about 2 minutes each time, so I don't mind. Hello, here's a new follower. I have to agree with you many things. However, it must be said that this lifestyle is not for everyone, but for those of us who love it and is fullness, discovery, tranquility, personal growth, adventure with all the good and the bad hacks. I received quite a few comments saying that this lifestyle isn't for everyone. And as I mentioned, it's probably better that way, or this will be overcrowded, and it's becoming really popular already. So if you're really into van life and you read about how is the situation of South Spain, and you see that it's already super overcrowded, I think that there are many people who think that this lifestyle is not for them, and then because they haven't tried it, and then they realize that they like it. I think that living in a van because you have to is way different than choosing to live in one. I live in a van because I love traveling, connecting with nature and trying new experiences, new things. But if you're living in a van in a city, going to a regular 9-to-5 job office, that's a whole different story. And I can't really speak to that because it's not my experience. If it's yours, share your story. We actually never imagined that we would end up living in a camper. I mentioned this in a video here, how Liam and I got into van life. But in short, we didn't even know the term van life. We only tried for the first time on a vacation in 2022, and we fell in love with that experience. And I tell you that Liam always said that even traveling in a camper van wasn't for him, and look at us now. And okay, now comes the most frequently asked questions. But first, I get lots of comments in my Spanish channel, but not so many in this one. So please, if you haven't, you leave me a comment, leave me some comments with your thoughts and ask me anything. I will really appreciate it. Where do they get the money to support it all? How is the van life adventures financially sustained? And what do they live on? Where does the money come from? And when you get sick, sometimes I feel like exploring the life, but then I wonder, what will I live on? Will I have to live off YouTube or donations from others? I wonder, and the money, no one talks about it. How do they finance those 15 years of living like that, or 6 months? It's for people who don't need the work. If they get sick or disabled, their life cannot be done. When reality hits you, and if you haven't harvested anything, memories will just be memories. Okay, and I got many others that I just couldn't put on the screen. But yeah, of course, money is really important for any lifestyle, including living in a camper van. I read about people that do it to save money, and yeah, I guess you can save a lot since the rent is a lot more expensive. But if you do this lifestyle to travel, that has a cost, right? So you need funds. So some people wait until retirement to travel. I didn't want to wait that long. And throughout our travels, we met all sorts of people, those who were remotely, and it really worked for them, and they've been doing it for years. We also met people that work intensively for a few months, then travel, then go back home, work, and then travel again. And some like us who have built passive income streams. In my opinion, it's essential to lay down a solid foundation before committing to this life. So I was saying traveling requires funds if you want to fully enjoy this experience. And again, it really depends the motivation that someone has behind living in a van. But personally, I will never have embarked on this adventure without making sure I have the necessary resources or a way back to my previous life if needed. But we all differ, of course. We work tirelessly. We work so much for so many years, Liam and I, even sacrificing our social life, working most days, including weekends, and working 15 hours per day just to achieve our goals. I always knew I wanted to travel. We always have that in mind. For both of us, it was really important to work hard to then have the time off to know the world while we are fit, healthy, young, and we don't have other responsibilities. Yeah, basically, I always knew I wanted to travel, but I just never imagined it would be in a van. I think it's important to have clear objectives and actively work towards them. We've now achieved financial freedom, but by sacrificing the comfort of a conventional home. But at the same time, we can travel. So if you are curious about how we managed to do this, I'll be happy to delve into it in a specific video. So yeah, and let me tell you that I don't come from a wealthy family at all, and I still made it work. Oh, yes, there are some comments about relying on YouTube incomes, and I'm not sure if most people are aware of this, but creating quality content takes time and is not always lucrative. I barely make any money with YouTube. It's more a passion project. So if you want to support my channel, hit the like button, comment, share, and don't skip the ads. But I definitely spend a lot more money on this channel than I earn. I think creative passive income to achieve financial freedom is one of the best ways to do it. But it comes with lots of work and planning ahead. So you can explore other alternatives. There are many remote jobs that offer this flexibility. Okay, let's read a few more. What beautiful words and the way you enjoy your life in nature. I can't imagine how wonderful it is to wake up, open the doors, and see a different yard, and above all, that freedom that makes you feel new and full of health. Normal life is an exhausting routine full of words. Yeah, it truly is wonderful. Sometimes I still can't believe I can wake up in places like this one. I found your comments absolutely sincere and honest. Thank you very much for all of them. In all situations in life, humans easily idealize, which is not bad. If we then become aware of that, of what matters is the journey, not the destination. As you rightly say, not everything is wonderful, but there are things. Yeah, I really appreciate comments like this. It makes me feel like other people see what I see, and I agree with all of this. Not everything is perfect, but I actually think that it's probably those imperfections that make us appreciate even more the good times. Someone spent a good amount of time writing this. This is so cool. Yeah, that really is the true meaning of the van life or lifestyle, which I fully identify with, but even more grateful for having found it. The power to reconnect with your essence, with the connections between the spirit and nature, with reconnecting with the beauty in the simplest, in what really has value, leaving behind the ephemeral and materialistic, what really fills the soul and life itself with full meaning. That's why I love this movement, for the freedom that is experienced despite the challenges that might arise, which will never be lacking. But we must always remember what life lessons and challenges are for, to learn to overcome them. I love it when people take the time to write all of this. I think living in a van is more than escaping the routine. For me, it's rediscovering freedom and simplicity. And now, this one is for you. What changes would you make in your life if you could get rid of the unnecessary? Let me know. By the way, I just wanted to show you my setup for this video. Yeah, that's the gym bench. And this is the new table we bought. I know it looks like an iron board, but I promise you it's not. It's a table that we bought here in Turkey because we didn't have any. And these are the views. Look at this. I still can't believe that we can be parked here for free. If you have any questions or want me to talk about something specific in a future videos, write it in the comments box below. I read each and every one of them and I reply to all of them. So see you next week with more videos about my life, traveling and living in a van. Thank you for watching.